Listen, are you a skinny guy, but you struggle to put on weight? You just can't get those calories in to gain that muscle mass that you want to gain? I'm going to tell you exactly how I went from skinny to jacked. And I'm going to tell you the process, the mentality, and the mindset I had to make it possible. And I'm going to share with you the strategies that I used to approach this challenge and overcome it. When it comes to your diet, when it comes to eating, if you're skinny, chances are you're very new to the gym. This is like literally you haven't started at all, or you're very, very new. You just don't know what exactly to do. If that's the case, don't count your calories. Calories counting is like it's a more advanced like refinement phase. Once you've already, passed the earlier stages of lifting. You don't need to count calories in order to put on muscle mass in order to become jacked. Level 1, and when you're in the gym, the best thing you can focus on is just eat big. Think of it as you need to eat more than what you were already eating before. If you eat more than what you're already eating before, you're going to put on more weight than you were before. The only thing is that you just got to be protein conscious. So, every time you have a meal, or when you, at the end of the day, look back on, the food that you've eaten and think about how much protein you've had. You should probably have 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight you have. So it's just a rough estimate. So try and think, did each of my meals have a substantial amount of protein, or was it mostly just carbs or something else? Try to make all of your meals have substantial amounts of protein. If they don't, you got to make up for it somewhere else. For me, like eating rice and chicken at home, I would adjust the portion sizes now. Instead of eating rice and chicken with 80% rice, 20% chicken, it was more like 50-50 or something. So you have to just you have to have a protein radar. That's the biggest thing. Have a rough idea of the kind of portions and the kind of food that you would eat, before, when you were skinny, before you started hitting the gym. And now that you're hitting the gym, make a conscious effort to bring that one level up. Tip number 2, when you're hungry, eat fast and don't stop. So when you're hungry, your body goes into a phase where you can eat a lot of food. There's no feeling of fullness. Even if you actually are full, you can still actually put more food into your mouth and chew and swallow it very easily. So it's like an eating phase. It's like a window of time where you can continuously eat. So don't be the kind of person who takes a couple bites, then waits 10 minutes, talks to their friends, goes on their phone. So what you want to be doing is you want to not be distracted. You want to be fully, once you're eating, you want to continuously eat until you've eaten all the food that you wanted to eat in that sitting. If you allow yourself to get distracted, you're not going to be able to finish that food that you wanted to eat, and you're going to fall behind. I'll give you some tips as well for this. So you want to either only be focused on your food, or I found that watching TV is actually not bad too. When you watch TV, you eat almost at the same pace. In fact, you probably aren't even paying attention to the food as much, which is okay in this case because we're wanting to gain weight. Another tip is to use Uni Bias to your advantage. So Uni Bias is basically, it's from psychology, where basically you're more subconsciously motivated to finish your plate, even if it's a little bit more than what you would normally eat, or if it's a little bit more than your normal portion size. So basically you want to put more food on the flip. You want to put too much where it's you're obviously not going to eat it, but you want to put more than what you feel like you would normally eat that would make you full. So when you do that, what happens is once you do eat until you're full and there's only a little bit left, you're still going to be wanting to finish that. And you will, because you're still in that eating window, right? So use Uni Bias to your advantage. Don't use it to your disadvantage. So by using it to your disadvantage, it would be if you put way too much on your plate. I noticed that if I put way too much food, I actually might even end up eating less than being full, because it's just you're not going to finish it. So what happens is you just don't feel like eating it at all. You want to eat something else. Another way this might affect you negatively is if you prepare an amount of food that's too little. And in order for you to get more food, it's going to take a long time, whether that be you have to wait in a line or you have to go walk somewhere else. So the best thing to do is have your food ready. It's if it's right there in the kitchen, you can just go heat it up. That's okay. But anything more than that, and I find that you kind of fall out of that eating window. So eat fast and use Uni Bias to your advantage. All right, let's talk about snacks. So with snacks, the best 3 snacks are milks, eggs, and bananas. These are the best snacks for gaining weight. Old school bodybuilders, people in the military when you had to make weight, fighters, everyone uses these kind of foods to bulk up and make themselves stronger and bigger. I don't know why, but these are just the best 3 foods. They're the kings. When it comes to other snacks, stick with calorie dense foods so that you can get a lot of calories in without eating too much. Because this is a video for skinny guys, I gotta say, you do not have to eat that clean. Eat snacks often. If it's a couple hours after a meal and you're not feeling full anymore, it feels like your stomach kind of has some space in it, you should probably go and get a snack, Go whip something up, fill yourself up again. because you want to get the calories in, and every little bit that you can do helps. Every little bit that you can get in helps. All right, because this is a video for skinny guys, it has to be said, even for people who aren't skinny, who are skinny fat, eating clean is not something that you should have a high priority on. This is for someone who's like an advanced bodybuilder or who has been in the gym for a couple of years and now they really want to like refine and cut down that last bit of fat that they have. You know, they want to get to single digits. Eating clean, if you're working really hard, for most of us, you don't need to eat that clean, especially if we're working really hard. We're burning a lot of calories. We're creating huge amounts of growth stimulus within our body, within our muscles. You don't need to eat that clean. You know, as long as you're getting the protein, remember, as long as you're getting the protein that we need in order to experience the growth, we can eat carbs, we can eat, you know, sugars, we can eat other foods that are maybe not as healthy, like fried foods, foods with lots of sauces, oily foods. These kind of foods are not the worst things. If you're wanting to gain weight, it's okay to eat a little bit unclean. Not only do clean foods that are not clean tend to contain a lot more calories sometimes, but also they taste a lot better too a lot of the times. If something tastes good, you're going to be more motivated to eat it. So it's a double-edged sword. These are two factors that are very, very important when it comes to bulking. So, you know, if you're super skinny, you're wanting to gain weight, it's okay to eat a little bit unclean. It's okay to eat the burgers, the poutine, as long as it has protein. You know, just high protein foods that are not clean, it's okay. All right, guys, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, check out my Discord community. In there, you can ask me any fitness-related question anytime. I'll answer it when I can. Other than that, drop the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you guys next time.